Y'all, there was a new Final Fantasy game just released just like 2 or 3 days ago, and it's freaking cool, and it's like a love letter to like SNES Final Fantasy games, and it's absolutely free. And I want to tell you all about it today, and that's totally worth the sub as you come and you join a party and you level on up with me. Thank you so much for your sub, your like, and your brand new hype. It helps me out a ton. So I learned about this, and I was like, whoa, these screenshots look really cool. I went and I downloaded it, and I started playing it, and I played it like, I've been sick. So I played it for a good 5 or so hours yesterday, and now I feel like making a video about it today and telling you about it. It should be lasting about 50 or so hours, so I'm just still in the introduction phase and all that kind of stuff, and we'll have links down below to download it yourself. It is free after all. It's called Final Fantasy Black Moon Prophecy, and this is a full remake of the original game, apparently, that came out back in 2011 that I never heard of, but it's really freaking cool, and it is great. If you look at it, you can see like these SNES sprites. You can see this Mode 7 world map. You can see the enemies that are pulled straight from Final Fantasy games, and the music that's pulled straight from Final Fantasy games. A lot of the times, like, a different scene will start, and I'll start listening to the music, and I'll be like, wait, I know that song. Which Final Fantasy did that come from? And like, I've heard stuff from 9, I've heard stuff from 4, 5, 6, of course I've heard stuff from Tactics. Like, it's all over the place. The music is great. So it's really freaking cool. This hosts multiple world maps, just like Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6, an overworld, an underworld, and beyond, it claims. Over 22 playable characters, each with their own unique job classes. Everyone plays differently. It looks like there's even like a scenario system. I've gotten to the point where my main hero kind of splits from the sub-hero, I suppose, and then it went over to the other guy's viewpoint or whatever. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going on with that as like these two heroes, they go out into the world with this different scenario system. Like, it's really cool. You got the 4 crystals, their light is waning, that sort of thing. You gotta revive the crystals, and you play as the leader of a Dragoon squad, Vaughn. And he's like, the leader of the Dragoons, everyone respects him, he's a great guy. But there's this other guy in the Dragoon squad named Darius, and he's kind of changed over the last couple of days, kind of become a jerk. He gets kicked out of the Dragoons, and then he blames Vaughn for that, so he wants revenge. Then he hears this weird voices in his head, and he says, go get the water crystal, release me, release the evil spirit, or whatever. So you have to go after Vaughn, you have to stop him from releasing evil spirits out of the crystals. So it's just like a traditional classic Final Fantasy story, which is just a whole lot of fun. It plays really like a lost SNES game, really like Final Fantasy 4 and 5, really, with tons of hidden treasures inside of pots, walls to walk through to find treasures, like in caves, like in Final Fantasy 4, where you can like kind of see through the cave to like where the path is or whatever. It's just classic Final Fantasy stuff that I'm loving. There's even items scattered throughout the world map, indicated by like these little sparklies, kind of like they are in like the newer Dragon Quest remakes and all that kind of stuff. There's a mini map on the overworld, so you can see the planet Gaia and where you're going and the different continents, and the place is huge. It's really a whole lot of fun. There's even a camp system where you can like do bonding events, essentially, with your party members. You can camp, you can speak to your other party members that you have there and see, what's going on with them. And there's also a little Moogle that follows you around, and he will remind you of your current task in case you don't know what to do. So that's a really good quality of life feature. Not only that Moogle, he acts like a little GPS on the map too. He'll be like, hey, this town is up north, this cave is down south, go west to get to wherever, so you'll know where things are. And in a really, really, really nice thing, after you complete a dungeon, he'll just kind of like randomly pop into the cave or the mountain or whatever and be like, hey, do you want to go to the entrance of the cave? So like, quick jump on out of here. So like, yeah, it's really, really, really helpful. The encounters are random, but they're also turn-based, just like all the SNES Final Fantasies, and there's 4 different speeds that you can use, so you can speed up those battles astronomically if you want to. You'll recognize a lot of the enemies. They have the same sort of attack patterns that they did back in the SNES games and all that kind of stuff, but I will say this, the battles do seem a bit challenging, and you don't seem to gain that much experience. Like I said, I'm like about 5 or so hours in, and I'm at like level 5. Like, it takes a long time to level up. I went and I fought the very first boss still on level 1. It takes a long time to level up, y'all. So yeah, I didn't run into any sort of like walls or like a place where I like needed to grind or anything, though there was this one dungeon where you had to go through with just your hero the Dragoon and a black mage and then this warrior girl, and there was no healer, and I'm like, wow, this kind of sucks. And I was like, oh, maybe I should go back to town and buy some more potions, and I didn't, and I only had 15 potions, but I made it through, and I had like 2 potions at the end, so I had to go and buy some more. The equipment system is pretty robust. It's very much like Final Fantasy IV meets Final Fantasy VI. You have your weapons, you have your shields, you have your gloves, your armor, your hats, and your helmets. You have 2 relic slots, which pretty much, again, seem to be lifted straight from Final Fantasy VI. And there's also a Nethicite slot. But 5 hours in, I haven't encountered Nethicite, so I'm not entirely sure what that is. I'm assuming it's Magicite, maybe a way to learn new skills or something along those lines, learns new magic spells. I'm not entirely sure, but I am looking forward to seeing what that is. Not only is the music kind of like an Easter egg thing, but there's also things like Biggs and Wedge coming on in. There's the Evilise Empire, the Yzmat Cave, Mysidia, the Gurgu Volcano. There's General Leonardo, not General Leo. So there's a whole lot of references here. I'm really just loving it. I even saw some references to non-Final Fantasy games. Like there was an elder in a village and his name was Maxim, like from Lufia 2. Like, I just love it. I just love it. There was another, it was so funny. Just like in Final Fantasy IV, party members will like come and go. They'll leave and they'll come and they'll go, and a scenario will split off and things like that. And a doctor joined my party and he looked mysteriously familiar. I saw that he had a health command, just like Banon in Final Fantasy VI, but then he died. And he melted into a puddle just like Fusoya, which I just loved. I mean, the game is just absolutely packed with all sorts of little references and callbacks to Final Fantasy games. It is a lot of fun. So if you are waiting for a turn-based classic Final Fantasy game, I mean, it's not by Square Enix, but it's free, so you might as well check it out, and it's really a whole lot of fun. I'm personally loving it. There's a link there that you can use to download it for yourself, to go and check it out, because I think it's just cool. Let me know what y'all think about this, and as always, have a good day.